Hello friends, are you confused if you should self-drive to Leh Ladakh or hire a local taxi in Ladakh for your upcoming road trip? I know that self-driving to Ladakh is an adventure in itself, but there ought to be something good about local taxis in Ladakh as well. Today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'm specifically going to talk about the advantages that you get when you rent a local taxi in Ladakh with a local taxi driver. This video will surely help you decide if you are in a dilemma of taking your car to Ladakh against hiring a local taxi in Ladakh. The motivation behind this video is simple enough to help those who are not keen on driving to Ladakh and want to enjoy the mesmerizing beauty of Ladakh by sitting on a passenger seat. And as it goes, if you are a driver, you are always worrying about the next turn or a pothole on the road. So let's get started. Friends, firstly, you must be aware that self-rented cars or any taxis outside Ladakh are not allowed to do any kind of sightseeing in Ladakh, including places like Pangong So, Nubra Valley or Somori Lake. You can use them for getting to Leh and getting out of Leh, but for any sightseeing purposes, you cannot use them. So the self-drive cars that you want to take up there, they must be private number plate, which is like white number plate. Mostly should be in your name or your wife's name or your father's name or your any family member name, which you can prove if got checked. You got my point over here. Otherwise, you will have to again hire a local taxi in Ladakh and pay for your other taxi as well, or a self-drive car that you have hired without using it while it is in Ladakh. It also limits you to an extent where you have to come back to Leh before venturing back to home. So guys, now that you have understood why local Ladakhi taxis are important, especially for those who do not plan to self-drive on their own car, let me share some other important reasons as well that why you should hire a local taxi in Ladakh with a local driver. Number one, when you hire these local taxis, you get years of local expertise of these local terrain as well as roads. Like a noble person once said, nothing can replace an individual's skills or experience. Well, the same is true for local Ladakhi taxi drivers as well. These local drivers are born and brought up in this rough terrain and road conditions. And like guys, you know all the potholes on the way to your own office. They know about every other turn, every other pothole around the corner, the mountains that are fragile, the places where shooting stones are common, the conditions which favors and which does not, etc. and etc. You got my point over here. No outside station driver can replace these local skills and experience. Hence, hiring a local taxi driver means that you are in very safe hands, rest assured. Number two, no worries about your own car damages or wear and tear. It is very common to see some people love their cars more than anything, even their girlfriends. A scratch on the car body feels like a scratch on their own body. For all such people who love their cars like a baby, the roads in Leh Ladakh are not meant for those babies. There will definitely be some wear and tear that will go in. Sometimes the underbelly scratches are inevitable. The maintenance and the service cost needs to be paid before and after the trip as well. And God forbid, if in any case something goes wrong like a tire cut or an engine breakdown, well, a hefty price needs to be paid to get the car back home. And remember that they will tow the car in a full body truck, and some damages are very common by towing in such full body trucks. Well guys, if you are self-driving, do not forget to check my list of must-have things to carry on a self-drive Ladakh trip. The link is in the description of this video. Number 3, you do not need to worry about getting stuck due to broken car or a damaged car. You cannot just abandon your own car anywhere, or could you? Think about abandoning your car in a remote place in the Himalayas or a remote pass like Tangangla or Nakila or Lachungla or even Zojila Pass. Sounds crazy, isn't it? Well, that does not hold valid when you are traveling in a local taxi, and you can definitely abandon that taxi and move over to another one. Moreover, instead of worrying about getting it fixed, the local taxi guy will be worried about getting you a new taxi. And don't worry about him, he will definitely figure out a way to get his taxi back. Remember, it is his hometown you are in. And guys, please believe me, I'm talking from my own personal experience of abandoning my own car up there in Manali. And those horrible feelings that I got during those weeks, it's just pretty scary to explain them. Number 4, you can easily focus on relishing the entire natural beauty around you rather than worrying about driving. Well guys, when you drive in places like Ladakh, one small mistake or lapse in concentration can easily cost your life or lives of others. Hence, most of the time you are worried about ensuring a safe passage rather than relishing the mesmerizing landscapes around you. But when someone else is driving, you are always ready with your camera. You can jump out, click the picture and get back in. But a candid warning over here, this kind of passenger seating will definitely result in lots and lots of photos of your Ladakh trip. Number 5, you get an upper edge of local connections with a local taxi in Ladakh. Well, driving with a local driver has a major advantage of local connections, and in some crazy situations you will do nothing but praise him or bless him. The local language has its own upper hand always. In situations like when you are stuck in the middle of nowhere, when it is time to negotiate with the local authorities or negotiate a safe passage in some tense situation or accident or local tension, he will act as a savior for you. Number 6, another advantage of traveling with a local taxi driver is that he may know some crazy economic guest houses or homestays that he can strike a deal for you which you could have even not expected. It has happened to me several times and I always rely on local taxi drivers for all my stays on Ladakh trips. Be assured that in Ladakh, the locals are very honest and don't mint money out of you. I know it is a common practice in other hill stations in India, but well, in Ladakh, you should not worry about that. All they want is their guest gets a best possible deal and they get a good food or basic stay arrangements at minimum cost for them. And number 7, finally, when you are with a local taxi driver in Ladakh, you ought to hear some very warm local stories and get an opportunity to know more about the local Ladakhi culture. You have a local companion with you all the time to whom you may ask numerous questions and delve into the details of day-to-day local Ladakhi lives. Most of the time you end up making friends for a lifetime with them. So guys, by now you may be convinced why to hire a local taxi in Ladakh, and if you have made up your mind for it, then please refer the updated Leh Ladakh Taxi Union rate list updated in the description of this video. You can also get in touch with some reliable local taxi drivers in Ladakh region using the second link in the description of this video. And guys, you will be easily able to get 10 to 15% discount on your taxi rates of Ladakh Taxi Union by directly getting in touch with these local drivers, which otherwise is not possible to get through travel agents or other tour operators. Now in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule, and please keep our Himalayas clean.